B4G, going with a short B slot with a short 4, looks a lot better for the majority of them. Fred, getting that movement in your right arm. So shape. Oh, sorry. Let's go to the second one. G, B, 4. Something that would help a little bit is the build between Manuel and Fred, having it a little bit more at a right angle. Yeah, so it's just it's a bit straight here. You see this, and it means that it's a longer move for Fred. This block, being the short 4, should feel pretty short. So if you can have a 90-degree picture, let's check the others as well. It just might help put a little bit, to use a little bit less energy, Fred, to make your job. Do you know what I mean? It's less distance to travel. And I really like that movement there that we're seeing. That's perfect. And then now for you, Manuel, especially in this tunnel where Felipe can't give you much more, is to try not to lose your presentation to the wind. You know, if you're gonna, it'd be better to have a much shorter left arm and never to drop your wings. You see how your right elbow is down, and that's just going to push you out, which in the small tunnel is fine, but it just gives you a bit more of an upset. So yeah, let's have a look at this, Fred, again. So you and Felipe now. Yeah, a little bit of an over rotation from Felipe and Manuel when they're in this slot. So you guys, please, if you can just make it this line here, and then Fred, try and put yourself full at 90 degrees. For the short 4, I think it's a good idea having that grip at the knee rather than too high, whilst you're learning it at least. It just allows the hand to move a little bit better. Just look at this build, that looks a lot better. So that's a much better shape of the start of the 4. So hopefully a shorter move for Fred, and that's actually one of the better blocks. And Fred, at the end you want a straight line. Yeah, just a completely straight line with your head here. And that should leave Marconi and Felipe in a donut shape, like a 3-way open donut. We start to lose it a bit at the end. The extra height, the height difference on the piece doesn't help it at all. See, the piece keeps going up, and then now Felipe kind of drops onto Manuel. So the goal should be for the piece to stay more level, just there. That's fine, that's plenty of height. You don't need to do any more height than that. So say to yourselves, arch. See how now it really goes up. Yeah, look at this. Piece is getting flat, it's just moving up, 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 up. And so now Manuel, obviously your goal, Manuel, is to match the piece. If you see them moving up, you have to move up with them, but they also have to work on staying down. But this crunch here doesn't help the short 4. You're going to find it a lot easier in the other tunnel, of course. Still a decent one there, and I think the last couple, if I remember, were also a little not quite as good. And that one's alright, actually. And you guys know there's the other engineering. Did you look at it? So G, B with Manuel facing this way, Fred doing a slightly longer turn. It's a way you can get to a slightly better 4 build. But I'm also totally good with this standard B because it's an easy move from the G. The other one requires Manuel to back up a little bit for Fred to do a slightly bigger rotation. Can you picture that? So Fred's head here, Manuel's head here, and then Felipe and Marconi up and down on this axis. It makes for a really nice 4 build. But I have to say, I think the standard is easily as good as that. I don't think it's particularly, there are better options to use it. Just watch that, Felipe, your little over rotation. I've seen you do it on a couple of the Qs and things in your B slot as well. A bit more precision. Don't disconnect from Fred. Make sure you just finish at the right angle. The angle is there, just a fraction more in the center rather than that over rotation, because it gives you that big open shape on the start of things. Alrighty. Better though, much better than before. Looks like a good steady work in progress.